Making new friends. Narrator. Hello and a very warm welcome to the English Learning Podcast. Are you ready to unlock the world of English and connect with millions of people? Do you sometimes feel that speaking English fluently is a distant dream? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely within your reach. Every single step you take, every word you learn brings you closer to your goal. Today we're going to listen to a natural and engaging conversation between two people, Sarah and Ben, as they talk about making new friends. By listening to their everyday English, you'll not only improve your understanding but also pick up useful phrases and build your confidence. And stick around until the end because we'll have a practice session to help you use what you've learned. Remember, learning a language is a journey, and every listener here has the incredible potential to become a confident English speaker. So relax, listen carefully, and let's learn together. Sarah: Hi Ben. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't know you came to this coffee shop. Ben: Oh hey Sarah. What a coincidence. Yeah, I come here sometimes to work or just relax. What about you? Sarah: Same here. I needed a change of scenery from my apartment. It's nice and quiet here. Ben: It is. Especially in the mornings. So what have you been up to lately? Anything exciting? Sarah: Not particularly exciting, no. Mostly just work. I've been wanting to do more things outside of work, though. It's been a bit lonely, to be honest. Ben: I get that. It can be tough, especially if you're new to a place or just haven't connected with many people. Are you new here? Sarah: Not exactly new. I've been living in the city for about 2 years now, but most of my close friends moved away last year. So it feels a bit like starting over in the friendship department. Then, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That must be difficult. Making new friends as an adult can be challenging. It's not like school where you're automatically surrounded by people your age. Sarah: Exactly. Everyone seems to have their own established groups and it's hard to break into that. Ben: I know what you mean. I've been there too. When I first moved here, I didn't know anyone. Took some effort, but I did manage to make some good friends eventually. Sir: Really? How did you do that? I could really use some tips. Ben: Well, it wasn't anything revolutionary. For me, it was mostly about putting myself out there and being open to opportunities. Sarah: Putting myself out there. What does that look like practically? Ben: For example, I joined a hiking group. I enjoy being outdoors and it seemed like a good way to meet people with similar interests. Sarah: That's interesting. I do like hiking. How did you find the group? Ben: I actually found it online on a local community website. There are usually lots of groups for different hobbies, book clubs, sports teams, even cooking classes. Sarah: That makes sense. I've seen some of those online, but I've always been a bit hesitant to join. Feels a bit awkward meeting a bunch of strangers. Ben: I totally understand that feeling. Can be a little nerve-wracking at first. But honestly, everyone in those groups is usually there for the same reason: to connect with others. So you're all in the same boat. Sarah: That's a good point. Maybe I should be a bit braver and just try it. What was your first experience like? Ben: My first hike was a little clumsy, to be honest. I was so focused on trying to be friendly that I almost tripped over a root. But everyone was really nice and welcoming. We had a good laugh about it. Sarah: That's encouraging to hear. So it wasn't all perfectly smooth and easy. Ben: Not at all. There were definitely times when I felt a bit out of place or didn't click with everyone. But the key is to keep trying and not get discouraged by 1 or 2 awkward interactions. Sarah: Okay, so, put myself out there, join groups based on interests, and don't be afraid of a little awkwardness. Anything else? Ben: Another thing that helped me was being proactive in conversations. Instead of just answering questions, I would also ask people about themselves. Showing genuine interest in others is a great way to build connections. Sarah: That's true. I tend to be a bit shy and wait for others to initiate. I should definitely work on asking more questions. Ben: It makes a big difference. People generally enjoy talking about themselves and their passions. It's a good way to find common ground. Sarah: That's a really good tip. What about meeting people in more casual settings like here at the coffee shop? Ben: That can be a bit trickier, but it's definitely possible. Sometimes it starts with a simple comment about the coffee or the weather. If you find someone reading a book you like, you could mention that. Sarah: oh, I never thought of that. I usually just keep to myself when I'm out alone. Ben: there's nothing wrong with enjoying your own company, of course. But if you're looking to meet new people, even a small interaction can be a starting point. Sarah: thinking so, it's about being more observant and open to small talk. Ben: exactly. And don't be afraid to smile and make eye contact. It makes you seem more approachable. Sarah: okay, I can try to work on my approachability. I think I have a bit of a leave me alone vibe sometimes. Ben: well, maybe just soften the edges a little. But honestly, most people are just as nervous about initiating conversations as you might be. Sarah: that's reassuring to hear. It's easy to feel like everyone else has it figured out. Ben: oh, trust me, nobody has it completely figured out. We're all just trying our best to connect with others. Sarah: thoughtful pause. What about maintaining new friendships? Once you've met someone you like, how do you keep the connection going? Ben: that's a really important part. For me, it's about making an effort to stay in touch. If I enjoy spending time with someone, I'll suggest getting together again. It doesn't have to be anything big. Just grabbing coffee, going for a walk, or seeing a movie. Sarah: so being proactive about making plans. Ben: definitely. And also being a good listener and being there for them when they need support. Friendships are a two-way street. Sarah: reflecting. That makes sense. It's not just about what you can get from the friendship, but also what you can give. Ben: precisely. Exactly. And it takes time and effort to build a strong friendship. Don't expect to become best friends with someone overnight. Sarah: understanding. So patience is key. Ben: smiling. Absolutely. And also being yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not to fit in. The best friendships are the ones where you can be completely authentic. Sarah: feeling encouraged. That's really good advice, Ben. I feel a lot more hopeful about making new friends now. Ben: warmly. I'm glad to hear that, Sarah. It might take some time and a little bit of courage, but it's definitely possible. There are lots of wonderful people out there waiting to connect. Sarah: smiling. I hope you're right. Maybe I'll even try joining that book club I saw online. Ben: enthusiastically. That sounds great. Let me know how it goes. And hey, if you ever want to grab coffee again and chat more, just let me know. Sir: grateful. I would really like that, Ben. Thank you. It was really nice talking to you. Ben: equally pleased. You, Sarah. It was a pleasant surprise running into you. Good luck with the friend making. Sarah: smiling. Thanks, Ben. Ben: so you mentioned feeling a bit lonely after your friends moved. That's a really common experience. Have you thought about specific types of friends you'd like to make? For example, someone who shares your hobbies, or someone you can have deep conversations with. Sarah: that's a good question. I haven't really thought about it in such specific terms. I guess I'm just looking for people I enjoy spending time with, who are kind and supportive. Someone I can laugh with, you know? Ben: absolutely. Those core qualities are essential. But sometimes thinking about shared interests can be a great starting point. If you love painting, joining an art class instantly connects you with people who have that in common. It gives you an immediate conversation starter. Sarah: that makes sense. I do enjoy reading. The book club idea seems promising for that reason. We'd already have a shared interest in the books we're reading. Ben: exactly. And it's not just about the activity itself, but also the discussions and interactions that happen around it. You might find someone with a similar perspective on the book, and that can lead to deeper conversations about other things. Sarah: I can see that. I sometimes feel awkward trying to start conversations with people I don't know, but having a shared topic like a book would definitely make it easier. Ben: totally. Takes the pressure off a bit. You don't have to come up with something completely random to say. You can just talk about the book. And from there, the conversation can naturally branch out to other areas. Sarah: what if I join a group and I don't really click with anyone? Should I just give up? Ben: definitely not. Sometimes it takes a few tries to find the right group or the right people. Don't be discouraged if your first experience isn't perfect. Maybe the timing wasn't right or the group dynamic wasn't a good fit for you. Try a different group with a slightly different focus or activity. Sarah, that's good to remember. I think I might put too much pressure on myself to make instant connections. Ben, we all do that sometimes. But friendships develop over time. It's like planting a seed. You need to nurture it with attention and shared experiences for it to grow. Sarah, that's a lovely analogy. So, it's okay if I don't become best friends with everyone I meet in a hiking group or a book club. Ben, absolutely. The goal is to build connections, and some connections will be stronger than others. You might find a few people you really click with and want to spend more time with, and that's fantastic. But even casual acquaintances can enrich your life and make you feel more connected to your community. Sarah, that takes some of the pressure off. I think I was imagining that I needed to find my new best friend right away. Ben chuckles. That's a lot of pressure to put on a first meeting. Just focus on enjoying the activity and getting to know people a little bit. See who you naturally gravitate towards and who seems interested in getting to know you too. Sarah, you mentioned being proactive in conversations. Can you give me an example of how to do that without being too pushy? Ben, sure. Instead of just answering a question like, "Do you like hiking?" you could say, "Yes, I really enjoy it. What are some of your favorite trails around here?" This shows that you're interested in their experience and keeps the conversation going. Or if someone mentions a movie they saw, you could ask, "Oh, I've heard good things about that. What did you think of it?" Sarah, so it's about asking follow-up questions and showing genuine curiosity. Ben, exactly. And it doesn't have to be a deep or profound question. Even simple things like, "How long have you been coming to this coffee shop?" can open up a conversation. Sarah, I tend to overthink things and worry about saying the wrong thing. Ben, that's a common feeling when you're learning a language or trying to connect with new people. But remember that most people are understanding and a little bit of awkwardness is normal. Don't let the fear of saying something imperfect stop you from trying. Sarah, that's good advice. I need to be less afraid of making mistakes. Ben, absolutely. Mistakes are part of the learning process, both in language and in social interactions. The important thing is to keep trying and to learn from those experiences. Sarah, what about online friendships? Have you ever made good friends online? Ben, definitely. In today's world, online communities can be a great way to connect with people who share your interests, even if they live far away. I'm part of a few online forums related to my hobbies, and I've made some really good friends through those. Sarah, that's interesting. I hadn't really considered that as a way to make local friends too. Are there online groups for people in this city? Ben, absolutely. There are often local Facebook groups for different interests, neighborhood groups, and even groups for people who are new to the city. These can be a great way to find out about local events and connect with people nearby. Sarah, I should definitely look into that. I'm already on social media, so it wouldn't be a big leap. Ben, exactly. Just be mindful of online safety, of course, but there are many genuine and welcoming communities online. Sarah, that gives me another avenue to explore. It feels less intimidating than walking up to someone in a coffee shop sometimes. Ben, I understand that. Online interactions can feel a bit safer initially. But don't be afraid to take those online connections offline if you feel a good connection with someone. Suggesting meeting up for coffee or a walk can deepen the friendship. Sarah, that's a good point. The online connection can be a stepping stone to meeting in person. Ben, exactly. And remember, making new friends is a skill that you can develop over time. The more you put yourself out there and practice these social skills, the easier it will become. Sarah, I feel much more optimistic now, Ben. Thank you for sharing your experiences and advice. Ben, you're very welcome, Sarah. I'm really glad I could help. And remember, everyone feels a bit awkward sometimes when trying to make new friends. You're not alone in this. Sarah, that's good to keep in mind. It's easy to feel like I'm the only one struggling. Ben, not at all. It's a universal human experience. We all crave connection and belonging. Just keep being open and friendly and you'll find your people. Sarah, I will. And I might just take you up on that offer for coffee again soon. Ben, I'd like that very much, Sarah. Just let me know when you're free. Sarah, great. Thanks again, Ben. Ben, you too, Sarah. Have a wonderful day. Sarah. Narrator. That was a really insightful conversation between Sarah and Ben. They covered so many important aspects of making new friends as an adult. Now let's move on to the practice section. This is your chance to actively engage with the language you heard. Practice section. Part 1. Vocabulary Review. Let's revisit some useful phrases from the conversation. Listen and repeat. Fancy meeting you here. This is a friendly and slightly surprised way to greet someone you know unexpectedly. Change of scenery. Meaning a different environment or place. Starting over. Beginning again, often after a significant change. Break into that. To become accepted by an existing group of people. Putting myself out there. Actively trying to meet new people and engage in social situations. Nerve-wracking. Causing anxiety or nervousness. In the same boat. In the same difficult situation as others. Click with someone. To have a good connection and understanding with someone. Common ground. Shared interests or opinions. Approachability. The quality of being friendly and easy to talk to. Soften the edges. To become less severe or formal. Proactive. Taking initiative and making things happen. Two-way street. A situation where both people or parties need to contribute equally. Authentic. Genuine and true to oneself. Gravitate towards. To be naturally attracted to someone or something. Stepping stone. Something that helps you to make progress towards something else. Try to use these phrases in your own sentences. For example, I was nervous about joining the new class, but then I realized everyone was in the same boat. Part 2. Conversation starters. Here are some questions and phrases you can use to start conversations with new people, inspired by Sarah and Ben's discussion. Hi. I haven't seen you here before. Are you new to this place? That's an interesting book you're reading. What's it about? The weather is lovely today, isn't it? Do you have any plans for enjoying it? Excuse me, do you know if this is the line for activity/event? Even if you know, it's a way to start talking. I'm new to this group. What kind of activities do you usually do? Have you tried the food/drink here? I've heard it's good. What brings you here today? I'm trying to get more involved in the community. Do you know of any interesting local events? That's a great item of clothing/accessory. Where did you get it? Do you come here often? Practice saying these phrases out loud. Imagine different scenarios and how you might use them. Part 3. Role-playing mental exercise. Imagine you are in one of the following situations. Think about how you would initiate a conversation and keep it going, using some of the tips from Sarah and Ben. 1. You are at a local park and see someone walking a dog breed you admire. 2. You are at a coffee shop and notice someone reading a newspaper about a topic you are interested in. 3. You have joined a beginner's yoga class and see someone struggling with a particular pose. 4. You are at a community event and see someone standing alone looking a bit unsure. 5. You are waiting in line at the grocery store and notice someone with a t-shirt of your favorite band. Think about what you would say to start the conversation, how you would ask follow-up questions, and how you would show genuine interest. Part 4. Reflection. Think about your own experiences with making friends. What are some challenges you have faced? What are some strategies that have worked for you in the past? How can you apply some of the advice from Sarah and Ben to your own life? Reflecting on these questions will help you personalize the learning and build your confidence in social situations. Narrator. Remember, making new friends is a journey, and every small interaction is a step forward. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, be open to new experiences, and most importantly, be yourself. You have the ability to connect with wonderful people around you. Keep practicing your English, keep building your confidence, and keep making those connections. Thank you for joining the English Learning Podcast today. We hope this episode has been helpful and inspiring. We'll be back soon with another engaging conversation to help you on your English learning adventure. Until then, keep practicing and have a fantastic day.